Okay, so we're going to look at a profit engines model. This is for a physical therapy shop. And what we want to do is look at the specifics in requiring the thought process of a patient. So really, the only way that you're going to get a good deliverable out to a community, if you're a local physical therapy shop, is to think through the process of where does it hurt. Because when you're a patient, you're coming to a physical therapy shop for a myriad of different reasons, but basically you have to start with where does it hurt. Now we do this strategically in thinking on a page with a sort of pain management or pain indicator. You could even call it a pain evaluation tool. When someone hits a main landing page or a main home page, you're going to want to have your selector or pain management tool, and that will ask you where does it hurt. Basically that could be back, neck, ankle, foot. The reality is that most patients want to go specifically to the part of the website that's really specific for their case. And a lot of sports medicine and physical therapy has the ability to do that. A lot of people don't take advantage of putting people to the right landing page so they can have the right behavior. So we're going to draw this up. So a lot of the time what we're doing is we're starting off with Facebook ads, general, and we're going to start with Google ads, right, in general for geographic territory, and email marketing. So we put all that together and we drive it to that home page, all right, for a general statement. And this could be your 10-mile radius or your 15-mile radius around an office or around multiple offices coming into a general pain management tool first home page. So literally getting the person right into where they want to go. Now off of that, we want to look at the typical conditions, right? So one of the things we want to do is we want to bucket people into landing pages after they've gone through this pain assessment or pain management tool. So they've taken their little pain assessment where, hey, it hurts my X, Y, or Z. Now a lot of the time we're generally talking about injury recovery, right, which is general PT. We could be talking about some of the more orthopedic or ortho-related stuff, foot, ankle, so forth. That's something I personally have. We could have sports medicine, right? Could be related to sports. Those are usually knees, shoulders. And then you could talk about acupuncture, right? We could also have, right, product. So in this case, it could be a decompression machine, right? Very popular. So what we really want to do is look at how to get people to these landing pages and then market to them effectively. So we really want to look at also creating blog topics, right? So we want to make sure that we have a decent amount of topics that we're also pushing into the same ecosystem. And the key here is that as these people go through their pain selection, we take them into the quadrant that they have pain in, and then we're going to give them these individual choices. We're going to give them an option off of that landing page to then download a guide. Okay, so the guide relates to the specific landing page. Now that specific landing page has the guide, so if they're not ready to make an appointment yet, but they want to get the information, a lot of people don't realize how many times patients are really on your pages but don't make a choice to do a selection. So once they've got to the page and they've been interested in getting the guide about, let's just say, either the PT side, or you can even think of the DTX 9000, or any of these types of different types of specific landing pages, you want to give them the option to get a guide. And we want to get that guidebook out to them. And then they get basically a really well comprehensive written guidebook. And that follows up with a chain of emails to them on that specific topic. Now the good thing is that now that you know the general person, what their pain is, and what they've been interested in, you have a much better chance at landing them as a patient and a much better value for the patient because you're actually giving them what they want to hear. And there, you can actually use wherever they landed on that landing page to come back to Facebook and do Facebook retargeting specific to that particular case. Now, the one thing that's great is with Google is that as people hit the site and pages, we can also retarget them in Google with Google Ads as banners. So your brand can now be shown on all those pages, as you probably have been followed around with ads. Now your ad can follow them around. And you could even get specific to the condition. But right now we just want to use your brand in Google Ads. And specifically for Facebook, what we want to do is we want to run ads and we want to run video testimonials based off of the specific case or the specific type of landing page they hit. So it's very specific to the end user. So the end user is going to be, this particular patient's going to be retargeted with specific ads, video ads, and with even potentially an offer. Now, if you can have an offer that would relate to one of these typical topics, it might be something about maybe something around the first visit, a 30-minute review, a physical assessment. There's all sorts of things you can do as offers. And all of these offers need to come back to a general landing page with either a self-scheduling app, right, like CoSchedule, and there's a lot of co-scheduling apps that are out there that will help you schedule in patients based on their time, right? And we fit them in, because obviously we can call the customer back or the patient back and say, hey, we got your booking. We actually have to adjust that. Can we give the time that's specific? Or you can actually just have a calendar based off of your own booking calendar in your location. And we have that actually within the framework we call it Acuity, where we actually tie together a Gmail calendar with an actual physical calendar and link them two together. So you can actually book appointments based off of room openings. So the thing you have to remember here is you have to think, where does it hurt, right? So we took the person from a general ad that's out there on the internet, usually a radius targeted ad, right, either in Facebook or Google, a general ad to bring the person into a pain assessment or pain indicator, pain management tool, basically to get them into the right bucket. Then now we're putting them into a specific page. We're giving them the option to get a guide. We're email following up once they've given us the email and they've got the guide. And now this whole process works together because now we're retargeting those specific people with exactly what they want. And the good thing is that once we get their email, we can also connect them to any of the documents that you do, especially if you've got great information on your blog or any information related to your practice that you want to show. So this is really a great idea of building a profit engine model that will drive costs down because you're specific to the ad and bring patient acquisition up. Now all you need to do is tune this engine every month or every week or every day, and that's what we specialize in. So I hope this helps, and go get them.